And hey, hi, hello, welcome back, Alexandrian Codex. We are continuing to play Hearts of Iron 4, Kaiserreich, playing as the Combined Syndicates of America. Second American Civil War, just hop right back in here. As I recall, it was going fairly well. The Pacific States of America and American Union State have a ceasefire, so we're fighting along this giant front. I'm trying to shorten the front by pushing primarily through Louisiana into Texas right now. And I'm anticipating Canadian intervention if we don't move things the fuck along. I'm mildly concerned about that, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. This has been a little bit slower, honestly, than I expected the Second Civil War to go. We didn't get the massive number of people you can get from New York, because we failed to grab New York at the beginning. We didn't get Mexican troops and reinforcements because Mexico went National Socialist or National Populist, which not great. But on the whole, we're not doing poorly. As the sea of green here will attest, we're moving along at a breakneck pace. Though we are struggling to make enough guns. Yeah. Okay, Florida, where do I want you to go? You are going to go down to LA. And we are really about to the end here when it comes to when it comes to militia. Now, we can institute one of these propaganda efforts to increase daily war support, monthly war support, weekly war support, okay. But we don't really need much more war support right now. It'd give us, well, you know, it would actually boost our division attack and defense on core territory, and this is all core territory. Can I see your war enthusiasm? Not easily, no, okay. There might be a way, but I don't know it. So yeah, you know what, let's throw up some war propaganda against the American Union State. I know I've been talking extensively yesterday? Yeah, yesterday when I was streaming and recording about the importance of saving on to this political power because we're going to need it for other things. But right now, honestly, I'm just going to double down and push on the longest front and throw up propaganda against the American Union State. This will boost our weekly war support, so we'll start doing a little bit better in terms of division attack and defense, which is great. Mobilization speed is not so important right now, neither is daily command power gain. And focusing our pushing on the longest front. Oh, you're not going to show me that bonus. Okay, we can see it up here. We do 25% better against the American Union State attacking, and we defend 25% better against them. That'll last for 90 days, and should help push this along a little bit. Portugal has joined the Entente. It's not surprising, they fairly often do. Bulgaria's joined in the fuck the Ottomans war over here. Bulgaria has the capacity to help out the Ottomans, depending on their government. But not this one, no. The Ottomans are not gonna fare too well. Unsurprisingly. Unsurprisingly, okay. Let's slow this down here, little framing. What I'm doing right now is looking for any kind of macro I can do. Ooh, we're about to take New Orleans, or we're doing quite well in attacking New Orleans.
Commands?
Tell you what, help that. The AI tends to be fairly competent, but
Ready to move.
let's just push.
Attention.
Could you help with that? A little bit. You two.
Orders.
Oh, I can do something here. Okay. Hey.
Move out.
March into there. Assist that.
Ready to move.
March into there. That's a whole mess, but we can probably win that if we support it
Ready, sir.
in here. That's not gonna go well. This is going okay.
Commands.
Just throw a little bit more help on that. Really, the largest issue that we're running into right now is terrain. Fighting in the mountains increases attrition by 40%, makes our air support a little less effective, and makes movement a lot slower. Additionally, if we look in here, how we doing? They're an infantry expert, not just an infantry leader. That's why I was harping on so much yesterday about the importance of picking this up, is that 10%
Commands.
bonus is just imperative right now. So let's go through and make sure, yep, that I pick that up with everyone that I can. You can't get it. Guerrilla fighters, okay, but I'd really rather not waste our time. Great, another infantry expert.
Orders.
I really wish, this is a quality of life thing. I wish that in this menu I can say, listen, I want this, this, and this. And as soon as those are available, buy it. Buy it immediately. Because I don't like
Come on, move out.
every few months going through everybody's profile and being like, okay, what can you do today? I'd like to be able to choose a specification for them and have them auto upgrade in that direction. But that'd be a small quality of life thing. It's not the end of the world. It's not a huge deal.
Move out.
Tell you what, purple, or pink, let's extend your line up to there. This is just a huge fucking mess of people down here.
Listen up.
Great. South Carolina, you are going to LA. Mississippi, we can recruit from. Arkansas, we can recruit from. Let's do Oklahoma. Great.
Ready to move.
I want to keep a close eye on this. If I can...
Attention. Move out.
Do me a favor here. If I can swoop in here...
All in.
Great. How about you?
Listen up.
And you... Am I just clicking on the same one over and over? I sure am. Okay. I want to try and cut this off. This little bubble over here. They'd still stay somewhat supplied because of the port in... Oh, are we marching into New Orleans? I believe we are. We sure are. Great. I was gonna say, well, all the same, if I can cut off that bubble, that'd make advancing down the coast even easier. Syndicate militias have been pushing towards the city of New Orleans for a while now. Reports are now coming in of the city's imminent capture by advancing militias. Huey Long's current whereabouts are unknown, but it's believed he was rapidly evacuated to the countryside. Disturbing news reports that Union representatives and Minutemen are being lynched by mobs in the street, and that the city has been thoroughly sacked. With fires spreading through downtown areas, is this the end of the reactionary uprising in America? Union's stronghold has fallen. Now, they're not going to capitulate yet. They still have 33% of their victory points, so it's going to take a minute. Particularly the rub on this, the weird thing, is them holding LA for whatever fucking reason. This is going to be weird. If they have LA and San Diego, and these are 45 fucking victory points. That may be enough to keep them in the war for way longer than they should be.
Let them have it.
Okay, let's speed things up a little bit. I'm keeping, I wouldn't say a tight eye? Yeah, I'm keeping a tight eye, a close eye on this. I'm hoping to cut you off there.
Ready.
Okay, that's
Move out.
unfortunate, but fine.
Keep on attacking.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Just quit trying to micro that, Alex. It's all bad. Okay, Dallas is 10, Austin is 5, that's 15, 25, 27 if we take oh, no, not 27, 37. If we take everything in Texas, yeah, I think they're gonna stay in the game until we take LA. That's hilarious. And quite annoying. Because I'm trying to cut the head off the snake right now, and instead we're just gonna push the snake. No push snake. Yeah, oh well. Okay, there are our Oklahoma troops who are again relegated to LA, as you do. Get 2 more in Arkansas. That's fantastic. We have about 2 months left on this push. Going okay, I guess. No, it's going well. I'm impatient. Okay, hopefully France keeps this up for more than just, like, a month. I would like foreign aid, please. It's not like you fucks are actually fighting in a war yet. I'm liking all this green I'm seeing. Okay, political officers was kinda useless. What did we get out of that? Mobilization speed, yeah, not great. Mobilization speed is the rate at which you get more manpower when more manpower becomes available. So it's kinda useful, but really not that great, honestly. So the Long War. Our earlier optimism may have been misplaced. It seems as though the American Revolution will be lasting much longer than anticipated, and so we must broaden the depth and complexity of our military program. So we're going to lose daily political power. Our resource gain efficiency will go up, our stability will go down, our war support will go down, factory output goes up, military factory construction speed goes up, civilian factory speed goes down. Not great, honestly, but it is literally the only thing available. And there are some amazing things later on in this tree that make it worth it. That really make it worth it.
Listen up.
Okay. Our stability's 33%, so it's nothing to write home about. Would this improve stability? Yeah, let's consider improving worker conditions. Again, we're not doing great on political power, so it'll take a long time to get to the point where I could implement that. Hello. Okay.
Listen up.
Good, that actually worked. Are any of you coming down here? You are not. I really want to push down? Or over? Or,
Orders?
Tell you what. Let's push your front line back over there, reallocate those troops. You all...
Go, go, go!
Where is your front? Starts here. Wait. Oh, it ended here. Yeah, let's go ahead and broaden this to fill in that gap. And
Keep your distance!
let's broaden up your front to cover the entire AUS front as well. Cool. I mean, really, I should have split them up more evenly, but it's fine. Yeah, these fronts are ugly and not super efficient. I should definitely clean them up a little bit. Okay, Arkansas. Now it seems like we have an overwhelming number of troops, right? If we go in and look at our best guess to their numbers, they maybe have 54 divisions, they maybe have 52, so that's, what, 106 divisions total? And then if you look at us, we have 165 divisions. So even if the most pessimistic estimate is correct with regards to their numbers, I have the same amount of manpower as they both have combined. I have more military factories than they both have combined. I have more civilian factories than they both have combined. Their air force is larger than mine, but our army is, on paper, huge. But, you know, it's hard to say how well that'll actually pan out.
Listen up.
Do me a favor, push on Dalvis. Support that push. Support that push. Right here.
Move out.
Okay, great. You are going where I want you to go.
Hands.
Okay. Another ace pilot, that's great. But again, we are having some slight problems with not producing aircraft right now. Just gonna move all these factories that are damaged to the top of the line, because it's so much easier to repair factories and get them operational than it is to build new ones. Oh god, and we are slow.
Keep on attacking.
Do I have you unbalanced? Okay, good. I should have you unbalanced. Research slot. What did we finish up? 38? I could go for this, but I remember saying last time that this isn't really worth it because we're already not producing enough guns, and ruining our throughput by introducing a new type of thing would be bad. So doing that. I don't really care about resource gain efficiency. I could do this, but it's ahead of time. Now we don't have a lot of artillery, but we have some, so this will help a very, very small amount. And I'm not making artillery. In the long run, I would like to be making artillery, but again, just having a hard time keeping guns in everyone's hands right now. Okay, sweet, that got cut off. Beautiful, you love to see it. Okay, push on that. You just sit there and recover. Oh, the KSA has declared war on the American Union state. Great! Great, that means that they'll probably take Los Angeles, or this is going to open up a new awkward front for them. And we can probably make the AUS capitulate. Great! I thought that ceasefire just lasted forever. I didn't realize it was a time thing. Very cool. Very cool.
Hands.
Alright. Where the fuck are you going? You know what? Join the purple front. There you go. And we'll get Nebraska up here, and then we'll have full 24 in all the stacks. And I have to figure out what I want to do with the other militia. Order restored in Tennessee. Fantastic. There it is. Collapse of the Union. It appears that the Union government is on its last legs in the American Civil War. Already, most of its land has been swallowed up by the combined syndicates of America and other American factions, and what is left is but the remains of its army. But the last remnants of its army, now demoralized and suffering from mass desertions, but holding out against hope that a miracle might save them. Some Union leaders have already met with syndicate generals to negotiate the terms of their inevitable, complete surrender. Yeah, we took Dallas. Okay, that's why that fired. And there they go. Jack Reed has announced that the cowardly Union nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of the syndicate forces throughout the country. The Union government has chosen to flee the country and has gone into exile. The main forces have capitulated, and the combined syndicates of America is now in control of their home area. Though the war continues elsewhere, this is a great victory for the combined syndicates of America. We're just gonna take everything. Fantastic, including LA, which we will not be able to hold, but great news. End. Okay. Now we have some work to do
Attention.
with reconfiguring this entire front. Okay, purple.
Keep on moving.
You're doing beautiful. You're doing great, sweetheart. Keep it up. Let's keep you down to Idaho. Yeah, Idaho front. Great.
Orders.
Who this? Yeah, you. What do I have you doing? Pushing down there? Cool. Alright. Let's have you stretch from Utah to... I mean, all the way down is basically where I want you to be. No, I don't want you up in Utah. I'm pushing towards SoCal, so really I should be focused on... I mean this, honestly, and we have enough troops that... Yeah, I can throw other people on the front. You are here to... Who the fuck is this?
Come on, move out.
Okay, there.
Under fire.
So you're going to LA. Great.
Keep on moving.
You're going to Seattle. Great. That's split up decently well. This front's still a little longer than I would like. Can I shorten this just like... no, that province is... Or this, section of Wyoming is just too long. Okay, that's fine.
Orders.
Let's have you... Utah, Colorado, and push towards Northern California, Sacramento, San Francisco. Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
That leaves you. Your focus is just going to be on this Colorado front. I want you pushing through to the coast of Oregon. Beautiful. You... Listen, have you be... Oh wait, did I say Colorado? Did I call this Colorado? Well, whatever. That's not Colorado. Not at all Colorado. Let's just throw you on this whole front. Ambiguous push towards the coast, just like everyone else. You are support role down there. You are going to be joining up here to push towards generally just the coast over here, not specifically Seattle. And how about you? What do I want to do with you? God, I just have too many fucking people. Alright, you are going to hop in the middle here. And again, pushing for Northern California, Sacramento, San Francisco. Beautiful. Now there's going to be up to a month of confusion as all these troops reorganize along the new front, but it'll be fine. Okay, so that focus to push on the longest front is gone. We're immediately going to push on the Pacific front. Oh, thank God. Okay, we're actually to the point where we're training new troops. I'm just gonna jump this up to 24. I know we can't afford it in terms of infantry equipment right now, but as I've been saying, it is essential that we... It is absolutely essential that we get actual armies and not just militia, because as soon as the Civil War is over, we lose them. The Civil War has ravaged America. There's a growing discussion within the government regarding approaching the Pacific states of America for a possible ceasefire. Whether the Pacific rebels would even consider such a thing is unknown, but if it occurred, it would give us time to consolidate our hold over the East and for our men to recover. Eventually, a reckoning would be necessary, of course, but if we don't attempt this now, the war may drag on even longer. Yeah, there's no point in this. No. No ceasefire. We're winning, we're going to win. We don't need a ceasefire. And the longer I put it off, the closer we get to Canadian intervention. And that is unacceptable. Our Navy, we can tell to just remove that region. I could, because we have this port over in LA, I could send them over here, but we can see that's not going to stay ours very long. I tell you what, folks. do some convoy raiding out here, for no real reason. Great, more rifles are exactly what we need. We're gonna have a hard time pushing through up here. We're probably gonna make our best gains through here and through here, but the Rocky Mountains are really gonna slow things down. Order restored in North Carolina. It's nice, but not enough. The Long War has been finished. Love it. You know what? How are we doing on convoys? We're kind of good on convoys, honestly. Yeah, let's just get more. More submarines.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you go purple, and now I'm out of armies. And we still have more militia that we can recruit. We may not be able to hold on to them, but that's okay. Force discipline is really good. Rebel Girl is pretty good. Roll at the M1 is unnecessary right now. Reactivating the Army War College is amazing for that planning and logistics bonus. And establish appointed officers is amazing because it makes all of our leaders even better. So let's go for reactivating the War College. The Army War College in Pennsylvania was closed at the start of the war for its potential to serve as a hotbed of pro-federal sentiment and reaction. Now, however, we see that there may be some value in making use of its facilities to educate the officers of the new America. Logistics will be super helpful in crossing the Rockies. Alright, delay tactics are done. Great, that gave us better organization, which we are desperately in need of. Mobile defense will improve our defense, which is great. Mobile forces can be used to reinforce the defense wherever the enemy may attack. Can be used to reinforce the defense. That doesn't parse well, does it? Mobile forces can be used to reinforce wherever the enemy may attack. That makes sense. But the defense in here is a little redundant. I think that's a paradox thing, not a mod author thing. English is a weird language.
Keep moving.
Hey, that's cool and all, but there's fucking nobody here. Why not just, I don't know, just...
Go, go, go!
We could walk on the wild side, huh? They're gonna win that anyway. Is there anywhere else on this front? Yes. That doesn't have people on it? You betcha. There sure is.
All in. Move out!
Now I'm ordering them to push like this. I fully expect that they're gonna hit trouble. That will stop them from being able to do this, but, you know, I can dream.
Ready to move. Orders.
Yeah, and that'll open up the front line, and then if I need to split and do some weird stuff, we can do that later. That's pinned. This is pinned, so it's not getting reinforced from up here or down there. That's great. Okay, yeah, sure. I'm gonna watch this with some interest. Live during wartime. The revolution has brought a number of changes throughout the land that we control. In various towns and cities, bourgeois culture seems to have vanished for the most part. Women and foreigners are now applying for union membership in droves. This being necessary, as all factories are now effectively closed shops. The words comrade, brother, and citizen have replaced boss and sir in public literature. Most people, at least in public, now shun the gaudy fashion that had been so typical in the past decades of America in favor of a functional jumpsuit or a variation on military uniforms. I ain't got time for that now. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yes, sir.
This is gonna be slow going. March in the Rockies is still pretty much winter.
All in.
How are they not retaking San Diego? come on, I don't even have people there. Okay, great.
Yes, sir. Let them have it.
I'm gonna grow this bubble as much as I can and move in here. How's this going? Great. Oh my god, that is ugly. Okay. You know what?
Ready, sir.
Hey. We need to talk. shorten that up. And you
Orders?
shorten that up. Okay. Now, who's this? This is just a fucking mess.
Move
Okay,
out.
Army 1, your front line extends to here now. Not all the way up there, and that is... you?
Orders.
No, you. Why are there so many blues? Is that your front line? Yeah, okay, we'll drag that down to there. Orange is going all the way up there. What are you doing? Who this?
Attention.
How far does your front line extend? Just there to there. Okay, well, you know, we can grow that a little bit. Because I have you going all the way out there. Yeah, we can play with that a little. Yeah, that's more appropriate. I don't mind them clumping up like this, but the AI doesn't do super well with it.
Attention.
Alright, great. Texans? Dude, I don't even know.
Advance.
I guess you're a garrison army. Panzer leader, armor panzer leader. Wow, hate both of those. Benjamin. Ben, my boy. Go keep an eye on those sneaky New Yorkers. Oh, yeah, just make the front line the entire Canadian border. No. It would have been faster just to draw a new line at this point. That's okay. Go keep an eye on those dastardly New Yorkers. Okay.
Ready to move.
Still pushing to the coast, and the AI is taking the opportunity to push out on its own, which is great. What are we doing here? Good? I mean, that attack's not going well. Okay, this isn't going to turn into the bubble I wanted, but we lengthen the front line.
Ready to move.
It's something, though we may not be able to hold on to that. Hey, do me a favor and attack this.
Taking aim.
You support that attack. Stop. Support that attack.
Come on, move out.
You go there. I'm attacking this in order to try to... Nah, this is...
Keep on moving.
Try to slow the attack on here, but never mind. Never mind. You can have it. You can have it.
Listen up.
Y'all are pushing straight to the coast. Let's have this
Move
also
out.
push to the coast here. You
Move out.
can do the same thing, just one step lower. Going wide like this makes it harder to cut us off. You, militia, I want to attack here. You go there, and you flank around that way. Really blowing this up is amazing.
Ready, sir. Ready.
Great. Great.
Attention.
Hello?
Move out.
I can just walk into here and encircle you. Yeah, okay, I'm into that. Me like that.
Ready, sir.
More foreign aid. I'll take it, thank
All
you.
in.
Southern Texans, go watch this New York border. War propaganda, absolutely. I know we're at 100% right now, but fighting for America will eventually go away, and that'll lose 20% more enthusiasm. Also, war syndicate. Okay, maybe it's unnecessary now that I'm doing the math, but whatever. It's 50 political power. Throwing it away isn't the end of the world. It's not great, but
Go, go, go.
it could be far worse.
Orders. Advance.
Why do I have 14 new national... Because they're the actual troops that I've been recruiting. Yeah, okay. I'm like, where the fuck did these come from? Well, Alex, you used the actual game mechanics to recruit those armies, not the... not the ones you've just been taking advantage of from the mod. Yeah, okay, great.
Attention.
Okay.
Move out.
Reactivating the War College. Skill, that was skill and supply that improved, right? Planning and logistics.
Let them have it.
Planning makes planning speed and max planning even better, but we're not doing a lot of planning right now, so that part's kind of missing. But logistics cuts our supply consumption, and we just cut it across the board. So that'll start stacking up. Redoubled production. Wow. Our economy law would be total mobilization. It's already... Oh no, okay, we'd be going to total mobilization, which would decrease our recruitable population. Have our consumer goods factories. But this would only last so long as the war is on, right? Yeah, this isn't worth it. Enforced discipline would be nice. I want to go down for established appointed officers. For that, I need this. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's roll out the M1. Production of a new battle rifle based on a design by John Garand found in the Springfield Armory should be sped along in order to ensure that we have a top-class weapon. Just need to spend some time working out the kinks. Now again, I might not switch production over to the Grand immediately, but that's okay.
Ready to move.
You don't gotta. Do me a favor and
Move out.
push up north.
Keep on attacking. Come on, move out.
Can you just walk in there? Like... Ah, fuck. Our nation has been rocked by a series of explosions and sudden failures of key infrastructure and electrical systems. While the damage can be repaired relatively quickly, and the damage is not too severe, in the short term our infrastructure may be partially impaired. Given the scale of the attacks, they were almost certainly carried out by a state actor looking to weaken our position in this terrible civil war. An investigation is underway to determine the culprit.
Commands.
Those damn pesky Canadians. Surely it's them. Okay, well, I will prioritize repairing the broken factories. I don't care about the infrastructure right now. Later I will. Later. Not today. Okay, this is looking fine. Norwegian equipment arrives! Our friends in the Norwegian Union have sent us a shipment of infantry equipment to aid in our struggle. Well, thanks, Norway. Mighty kind of you. And that does make a... Well, it matters. It makes an impact. Maybe not to the degree that I immediately want, but...
Move out.
I'm not going to be unappreciative. Something is happening down here. You know, let's not worry about Central American problems. We have our own going on. Okay, we have reached the coast. This is huge. Now, the real problem, the real difficulty, the real work ahead is holding on to these gains. Now, I'm going to push north because there's nobody up north and that's easier to grab. The AI should automatically start filling in the south.
Ready to move.
Okay, how close are you to capitulation? Not very, right? Yeah, not at all, because they still have Sacramento, San Francisco, and LA. These are the three big ones that we really need to take. I mean, hence why these are the three that are visible when you zoom out this far. So we do need to press on to California. And we're having trouble in the Rockies, but in some places we push through some of the worst terrain. Cutting in like this is a huge boom. This is going to cut off so much time from this war.
All in.
Okay, this is an encirclement, and I'm
Listen up.
thrilled to see it. Once you go there, double back that away. You're gonna go to Boise, and then, you know, just do whatever makes you happy. We're encircling 3, 6, 9 divisions. It's not a ton, but 9 divisions is what? It's a significant share of their army. Math is not something I want to do right now. Oh yeah, they've lost almost 400,000. We've lost almost 600,000, but keep in mind this 600,000 is throughout the entirety of this war against everyone, not just the PSA. And even if it were just against the PSA, we have a larger manpower pool to draw from than they do. So, we're good.
All in.
Hey, do me a favor and support that attack. You do me a favor and support that attack. You are retreating here for some reason.
Retreat.
Yes, retreat towards them. That's the goal. That's whatever. Call it a retreat if you want. It definitely isn't. Okay.
Commands.
This seems locked down. The Pacific Northwest. I'm not seeing any. There they are.
Sir.
I was about to say, I'm not seeing anything. And now they've started deploying. Okay, well, it's bound to happen eventually. Not the end of the world.
Move out.
You're gonna push in, you're gonna push up. You probably can't take that, but that's not the point. The point is, it's a holding action.
Commands. Ready.
You're swooping in through there, you're swooping in through here. I can have you go ahead and nab all that. Great.
Attention.
Support the attack being made there, thank you. Wow, Soviet Republic of Honduras capitulated, like, immediately. Good job, buddy. How were our, progressive friends over here faring? I don't think this war is gonna go well for them. They have 40,000 manpower against someone with 10 times that number in reserve. Yeah. Yeah. Don't think you win a land war in China without numerical supremacy.
Orders.
You know, maybe they'll beat the odds.
All in.
They won't beat the odds.
Ready to move.
Do me a favor and just delete these front lines. Just delete these. There were so many stacked on top of each other there. Now the troops may get reassigned. By may get reassigned, I mean
Ready, sir.
they're not getting reassigned. God damn it. Oh god, this is just such a fucking mess. it's
Let them have it.
such a mess. Okay, Army 2. Let's get rid of your front line here. Is this Army 2? Yes. Get rid of that. Great. Army 2, you're just dealing with that right now. Go nuts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're down here. Great. You're up here. I reassigned you to this. Yes.
Attention.
You! Under Oliver Law, who is both a general and our chief of staff at the same time.
All in.
Ollie boy. You're assigned to both of these. Tell you what, Oliver. I don't want you assigned up here.
Yes, sir.
I want you pushing straight down the coast. Thank you.
Taking cover.
Yeah, you're fine. And then there's a couple others that are confused here. Where were you even ordered to go? What army is this? Army 6. I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. Okay, you know what? For now, there you go. That's your goal. Go nuts. Who the hell is this?
Yes, sir.
Second art. Oh, I may have assigned them to this front, but then I didn't give them any orders? No, I did. There.
Keep on attacking.
Oh, God, the...
Keep on attacking.
There we go. You were assigned to that, you were assigned to that. None of you are confused, none of you are unassigned, none of you are unassigned. Right, I'm not seeing any red exclamation points. No, okay. Mr. Reed. I remember there being an event where Jack Reed would die of a heart attack or pneumonia or something.
Attention.
It hasn't fired, and I'm certainly not complaining because I don't want my boy to die, but
Commands.
I really have a distinct memory of that being a thing in older versions of Kaiserreich. If it's gone now, okay. If it's
Commands.
still in, I guess we'll run into that. Maybe it's at the end of the Civil War? I don't know. Okay, we've taken Olympia, Portland, everything important over here has been taken. Now, right now, the real important work is securing Sacramento. Sacramento, San Francisco, LA are the big ones, and if we can push down to make that happen, that would be huge.
Move out.
Jack Reed dies if we wanted another portrait disease. Yeah. This is... They've gone through so many portraits for so many people. Alright, New Jersey, order restored. Ooh, very exciting.
Yes, sir.
Oh. The Ottomans have taken most of Iraq. I would still not bet on them at this point. Better industry, you'll love it. Okay, it is 38. We're about to get something that gets rid of the ahead of time penalty on that. How long until this is done? 49 days. How long does 30 days saved? Okay, nope, can't do that. But a resource gain, efficiency, I don't care any. You know what? Let's go for the Curtiss P-36 Hawk. We're not making airplanes right now, but we will eventually. Why syndicalism? Why anything but syndicalism? You could otherwise choose the corrupt and failing federal government, or the pseudo-fascists in the South. Or the PSA are sort of interesting, but come on. If I have to play out a fantasy in which the United States goes through another civil war, I at least want an outcome that's, you know, good. Light airframes have been revolutionized with the introduction of radial engines, monoplane designs, and all-metal skin construction. This design is our attempt at creating the first modern fighter plane. Yeah, sure, good luck for that. Yeah, well, the Union State is interesting. Historically, Huey Long had some very interesting policies, pseudo-progressive policies, but his union with people like Coughlin and other very racist, very fascist or pseudo-fascist elements was a bit yikes. Nationalist victory in South Africa, that's wow, I haven't played South Africa in so long. Yeah, okay, nationalists are the German favoritists. After a contentious election, which it divided the Union of South Africa in two, the National Party, led by JBM Hertzog, has declared victory. Though, with the slimmest of majorities in the country's parliament, voting in South Africa is restricted mainly to whites, split between Afrikaners in the north and the British in the south. With the Afrikaner vehemently supporting Hertzog, they were able to achieve victory. Unrest in British areas is on the rise, however, particularly with the native population who fear the National Party's planned apartheid policies. And many are predicting the country will fall to violence or even civil war before long. This happens a lot. Yeah, there are a lot of pretty complicated, multifaceted characters in, well, people in American history. Like, FDR did a lot of very, very progressive things, but at the same time, he had some really backwards attitudes about certain minority groups or the way that we should interact with socialism or communism within the United States, and he was super progressive, right? It's really important when we look back at historical figures and even modern figures to appreciate the contradictions and idiosyncrasies that are just inherent in being human. But with that said, if I had my choice, dog, I'm absolutely going with the Union. The nation responsible for the attacks a month ago has been uncovered beyond a shadow of a doubt. Cuba? While we protested diplomatically, the Cubans have been unrepentant. Cuba? Fucking Cuba? Yo, Cuba, are you allied with anyone?
Listen up.
Okay, Cuba. Oh no, they took back Guantanamo Bay! Fuck you, Cuba.
Commands.
How big of a naval invasion order can I support right now? This is probably inadvised, but they aren't a part of any power block right now. Okay, give me this. Delete that, delete that, delete that. I want you to do convoy rating here and here. Well, yeah, fuck you, Cuba is very American. Landing in Havana would be the best way to do things, but they probably... Yeah, nope on that. Yeah, fuck it, just YOLO for Havana. You know, I'm sure that won't go well, but go ahead and give it a try. So those of you who aren't assigned to this order, I want you to just hang out down in Miami anyway. Alright, cool. We can get the M1 at severely reduced cost, but again, I'm not really wanting to upgrade our weapons right now because we're already not producing enough weapons. Better support artillery would be fine, but I need both of these. Immediately this wouldn't be super useful. Immediately enforced discipline would make a huge difference. One of the increasing problems we're suffering is a lack of organization and frequent insubordination in our forces. To this end, we've recreated the military police and intend to crack down on those who disobey orders. Morally good is something you can say about a lot of people, because moral codes do not necessarily mean that somebody is being ethical, just that they're adhering to a set of rules, right? Like, the Inquisition was morally good, according to a certain set of morals, according to a certain set of values. Good and bad are very, very arbitrary. Hey, we're moving in down here, right? Good. He's probably still gonna get cut off. Because I can't figure out when you're gonna... Oh, yeah, attack that. Perfect, yeah, there we go. No, it's not getting cut off. No problems, no problems. This is just disgusting to look at. Yeah, the Cubans are paternal autocrats right now. Ah, Sacramento's fallen. Wow, I can't believe this is working. Did you get cut off?
Attention.
No, you didn't. Tell you what, buddy. They're not doing anything. Just go to San Francisco. And if you can, just YOLO your way down to LA. I mean, it probably won't work, but fuck it, let's try. The fall of Sacramento. Syndicate forces have been fighting long, difficult skirmishes with Californian conscripts along the Rockies. Today, their efforts came to an end as they finally descended on the city of Sacramento after a large-scale assault across the American River, it being the capital of California and the seat of the Californian state capital. The capital of California and the seat of the state capital. Isn't that a little redundant? Syndicalism is not anarcho-communism. Syndicalism is slightly different. Syndicalism, the running definition that this game uses, is syndicalism is a leading Marxist revolutionary ideology which promotes democratic federations of collectivized trade unions as basic political and economic units of a social state. Trade unions are equally owned by all the workers within them and have complete economic and political control over the workplaces that they organize. They're given great amounts of autonomy in the central government. On a larger scale, the various trade unions elect members to regional and national trade union congresses, which then form the legislative and executive powers of the central government. So basically, syndicalist government is every workplace is unionized. Unionization is mandatory. If you live in an apartment complex, you have a tenants union. Your job is run and operated and administered by the union. Your housing complex is basically a housing co-op, or a, oh god, what are they called? It's a homeowners association, if you will. And every facet of society does that to that extent. Your city has a union, your state has a union, the national union is a thing, and all these smaller unions make up this larger thing. It's a series of representative councils. Yeah, it's a fantastic ideology. Impractical historically because of the difficulties of communicating along large distances and getting a lot of people in a single room, right? But HOA scared noises, yeah, just, you know, way less capitalist and way less selfish than an HOA, but essentially the same sort of organizational structure, just, you know, benevolent. But with technology now, it's entirely possible to have 1,000 people in a room that's 10 square feet virtually. You can have these sorts of cascading unions organized very, very easily and have them be very accessible because of technology. They didn't have Slack back then. Yeah, you know, that's why the revolution failed. While not strategically an important city, it signifies a secure syndicate hold over the Rockies. And as the entire Central Valley now opens up to syndicate soldiers, many experts agree that the Pacific States of America would be wise to come to terms with the combined syndicates of America. Yeah, dang right. Yeah, syndicalism didn't take off in our timeline as popularly as Marxism did, is socialism as we typically think of it. In our time, the idea of state-organized and run industries became prevalent, particularly in the Soviet Union, the kind of Stalinist or totalist approach. And there's definitely some things that state-run industries do way better than locally run industries could possibly do, but it also opened up the door, obviously, to totalitarianism and dictatorialism and really an abhorrent mockery of what could have been a beautiful worker state. You know, Lenin wouldn't have died if he had Discord. Yeah, if only Trotsky had gotten a notification that somebody was coming at him with an ice pick. So yeah, it's definitely cathartic to play through a successful socialist revolution in the United States. You know, my politics are quite obvious to anyone who's listened to me for any amount of time. And I'm quite unrepentant on that fact. Now, I don't think a violent revolution is necessarily not the best course of action. I don't think violence by any means should be the go-to or the de facto when resolving conflicts between human beings. I think it's barbaric and backward. But collective action,
Move out!
whether that be through strikes, work stoppages, work slows, sick-ins, sit-ins, etc., 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 are way more effective means of enacting meaningful immediate change than electoral organization. Just voting for the lesser evil doesn't really move the needle very much. But if you talk about things like the 8-hour workday or 5-hour work week or minimum wage or God, anything, any sort of workers' rights that are enjoyed in the United States today or overseas today, they were largely fought for by unions, by protests, work stoppages, riots, general strikes, rent strikes that went on for months and months and months. It was general action and cooperation between the workers that have made life as tolerable as it is now. Yeah, lots of dead wobblies, very true. I don't know, man. Throwing empty glass bottles at fascists is pretty fun. You know what's more fun is filling that empty glass bottle with some sort of accelerant and perhaps sticking a rag in there and lighting it off. You know, I have no qualms against anti-fascist movements and more militant arms of socialist parties or progressive parties, anarchist, socialist, Marxist, whatever. They have my love and respect. But that ain't me. I am not a violent person. The Damocles Project. German spies have recently uncovered papers of a research and development program sponsored by members of the Third Internationale, dubbed the Damocles Project. It's an extensive multi-nation study into the destructive power of nuclear fission, with the intent of creating bombs with a destructiveness vastly greater than anything we have yet known. Famous German physicist Albert Einstein had previously warned that a successful nuclear bomb might even be able to turn entire cities into ash. German intelligence agencies have shared the information about this project with their closest allies, so naturally the whole world now knows. Some have dismissed the project as a childish fantasy, but many experts fear a breakthrough. I think I'm going to put in a cut there. I'm going to keep streaming, naturally, but if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, thanks for hanging out. Till tomorrow, toodaloo. Bye-bye.